Hello everyone, I'm finally back, but not fully back, so hold your horses a little bit. The reason why I say I'm not fully back is because I ain't throwing it back. Just kidding. The reason why I say that I'm not fully back is actually because, as you may or may not know, my laptop is going through some issues. When I got back from my trip, I realized that my laptop wasn't charging. There was no charge indicator lighting up. There's a middle dot that's supposed to be lighting up orange or white depending on if it's charging or if it's charged, but there should be a light. There was no light. So I thought it was a outlet issue, so I tried different outlets, nothing. Not even the surge strip that was lit up indicating that there is a current flowing through it, still nothing. Okay, so I thought to myself, maybe it's the charger. So I ran to the garage, grabbed my trusty, not so dusty voltage meter, 19.5 volts, which is what it says on the back of the brick. So the only problem it can be is the port on my laptop itself, which can probably be from wear and tear. I mean, I have had a couple instances of tugging my laptop while plugged in by accident. So unfortunately it kind of checks out now that I think of it, but it's just weird how it happens just recently where none of that happened. This has been events that happened like months and months ago, but I guess it just added up. I don't know. But the next thing I did was I took it to the closest place I could get it checked out and hopefully fixed, which was the Best Buy, only to be told that it was by appointment, and the only time that I had available that day was at like 7:40, and we're talking PM, so it was right before the store closed. So just to fit in any time, I just said, okay, screw it, give me the appointment and I'll show up at 7:40. Later that day I arrived, and the first person coming over to help me asked me what was wrong. I told him everything. I told him what I just told you guys about how it's like surely the port on my laptop. So he tried a charger and a USB-C charger, and okay, sure, yeah, better to double check, I guess. But as you know, I was right. It wasn't the charger, it was the port on the computer. So then he asked me how old the laptop was and if I had a warranty. I told him no. He basically said, I can't help you, and left. Wow, okay. I get you have to close, but I wasn't asking you to fix my laptop. I was just asking you to take my laptop to have it shipped to get fixed. Like, he didn't even take my laptop, he just left. So, okay, so I thought to myself, okay, maybe it was just the fact that it was closing and he didn't want to deal with it, so, which is a terrible, terrible thing. But, anyways, I made another appointment the next day, earlier, like 5 o'clock, and the people that helped me there were super nice and understanding. They trusted my knowledge when I told them what was wrong with it, which saved me a lot of time. They told me the shipping costs and the price if the whole motherboard had to be replaced, which would draw me back a couple $100s. I told them it was fine as it was well under the price of buying a new laptop, so they sent it in and I'm without a laptop for a whole week later till now. So then my friend Fresh calls me, we have a little chit chat, just catching up because I didn't have access to my, anything. So he calls me on, so then I get a call and notification saying that my laptop has arrived and that I need to make an appointment to pick it up. Yeah, you heard that right. A whole 20-minute time slot to pick up a laptop and put my signature on a paper. Okay, so later that day I go to pick it up. The words I heard flew over my head. My brain refused to believe what they just said. I literally had to ask them, repeat that again, I'm sorry. They said, unfortunately, nothing could be done as they could not find the part. Here, I even have an excerpt on this paper. Hold on. Okay, here's the excerpt. I have the folder.
Due to the age, 5 years, and the model type of the unit, we are unable to provide cost-effective parts and will be returning the unit unrepaired at no charge. We apologize for any inconvenience, blah 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 blah, and hope to see your business again.
And note how they started it with due to the age of this laptop, 5 years. Which probably is them underscoring, oh, it's out of warranty. My guy, I don't give a shit. They were probably gonna have me spend $200 to replace a motherboard because I decided to not have that option. I decided to not have the option to replace a motherboard if they needed it. And I feel like that's what they were gonna do because that is something quote unquote cost effective, which is $200 out of my pocket. Like, excuse me? That is cost effective. I found the piece, like millions of them, for $10 for you to resolder onto there. We're gonna see. We're going to see if spending $10 on a DC part from Amazon, some third-party brand, but is compatible with my laptop. We're gonna see if that is much cheaper, because that is $10. But we'll see if the work is relatively cheap. I'm sure it's cheaper than probably like what, $230 for a motherboard, a whole new motherboard, which is probably what you wanted to do because you wanted that money, huh? You wanted that good money, huh? Yeah, I know. Dirty work, disrespect, no respect, no business, big failure.
I will send you to Jesus.
So I call Fresh again, the friend that was calling me earlier, to tell him everything that just happened, and we both search Amazon to find a plethora of that exact piece as a result. Keep in mind, this is a common DC output port piece, not a magnetic piece from a 2012 MacBook Pro that nobody uses anymore because it's either USB-C or it's this. So for them to say that they could not find it is absolutely mind-blowing. And here's the thing, I don't even think they opened my laptop because I charged it before I sent it off, powered off. Not 1% of that 48% drop. It still came back with the same percentage. Now I know they probably opened the back and said that, but still that does not help the case of they could not find the part, because the part is not that hard to find. It is literally a common part that they still use in many laptops, and literally like I'll probably, if I haven't already, I'll show you an image. Like, this is what it looks like. Like, it's a common piece. Like, I don't understand how they said they couldn't find that, like the piece. Like, if you just didn't want to work on my laptop, like, just say that. Like, and it just boggles me, honestly, because I really, like, if you're a big company and you have all the tools that you need, I mean, you sent this all the way to a facility in Kansas, which means that there must be a big enough facility that has all the tools that they need. That's, you know, all the tools they need, all the outlets they need, everything. And they say that they can't do it. Yeah, I bet if I buy this piece from Amazon and I send it to some mom and pa place, they'll probably solder it in like 2 seconds and like have it over by the next day. And if that happens, I'm really gonna suggest all of you guys, and especially as I get a bigger subscriber count, I'm going to hound big companies for doing this. Do not go to these big companies to get your computer. Like, unless it's like it just feels like they didn't give a shit. Like, the people that helped me consult it, they were very nice. They were very nice, very helpful. But the person that they sent it off to, it just, like, the fact that it was sent back so quickly, and like not even they didn't even specify what is happening and what they need and what is wrong. They just said, oh, we couldn't find the piece, and you know, whatever, let bygones be bygones. Like, if this was for a 2012 MacBook Pro, like that magnetic thing, if you guys remember, if that was for that, I understand that, because that was a very rare, like, niche kind of DC, like, charging port kind of style. Like, that happened for a little bit, and then it moved over to a different kind of charging port, and then now even USB-C. So the fact that I really want to do an experiment now where I bring in a MacBook with that kind of thing, purposely break the charger. Well, then I would have to buy the MacBook. That would be the future project to spend, you know, funded money on. But I wish I could just bring in a MacBook, pop a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I just want to grab like an old MacBook Pro, pop off that DC charging port, and then do the same thing to like a computer like mine where it's more standard, and just see how differently they treat each laptop. And I swear, if they have the part for the fucking MacBook, but they don't have it for literally a piece that happens in like 80% of regular laptops, I'm just gonna lose my fucking mind, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna have it. Like, I'm just like, that's an experiment to be had. Because what they did, like the fact that they did not do anything with my laptop and just sent it right back, like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. And if even if it was like a matter of like, oh, we didn't find any Asus provided charging ports, I don't give a shit. It's a piece of metal and a piece of plastic that gets soldered onto a motherboard. It does not need to be Asus specific. As long as there's not like, it's not somehow weirdly bugged or virus infected, even though you can't really physically do that to a thing. I don't know. Whatever. As long as it's not that, I don't give a shit if it's third party. It's a piece of fucking metal soldered to my motherboard so it can charge. What's so hard to understand about it? Like, it's just like, I wish they would talk to me about that and give me that option to say, I don't care, give me a third party piece. It doesn't have to be the brand itself. Like, it can just be a third party, just get it done. Like, I would have literally told them that, like, not in that harsh tone, but kind of in that harsh tone of like, I don't give a shit if it's like the brand or not. Like, just get a piece that is the exact same piece that is compatible with my computer and just solder it on. Like, I don't care if it's third party. Who gives a shit? It's like a $10 piece. It's literally $10. It's a $10 piece of metal. Just do it. Just grab any one that you can find anywhere. Like, just, I don't know. It was just like so stupid. If they had, like, if it was like a much more complicated, like, oh, the back panel of this laptop like is shattered and I need a new thing which is like specific to this model and has to be made by Asus because no other third party makes that like literal exact mold for the back plate of my computer, I'd understand that. But that's not the case. It's just a generic DC charging port piece that gets soldered onto a motherboard. Like, it's not that hard to find. I literally found it. Me and my friend literally found it in 2 seconds after I exited the shop. And I bought it. And now we're gonna see if it works. So, yeah. Anyways, so that, to cap it off, that is literally why I haven't been making videos for a long time. And even more time that I should have, because if I had known better and not wasted my time with this people in Kansas, I would have, you know, I would have probably been done by now. I swear. I think this is an easy job. I think it's like a simple, it seems like a simple job, like just to get the piece back on. I wish I could open my laptop to actually see what's physically wrong, but I do not have the iFixit case with me right now. Otherwise I would, but I'm betting you it's just a simple motherboard resoldering job, which, you know, I've never touched that kind of stuff or messed with that stuff, but it just, like, if you're an experienced technician, it seems like the simpler side of things. Like, just, I've seen videos, it's just like you melt metal so that it glues together, whatever. But anyways, so to cap it off, I'm gonna send my computer to somebody who's just like a mom and pop shop, very small shop, any that I can find that actually care about the work and the craft. Yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes, but until then, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I probably won't be able to make videos for a while, so stay tuned, stay patient, and stay cool, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.